Hello, welcome in to Thursday's daily spiritual guidance message. I hope you're keeping well. And take it as it resonates. It is a collective message. I was going to say it's a communal message. So it's a collective message. So take it as it resonates. It's not personal. Um, Not every message is going to resonate with everyone. So just bear that in mind. And we're coming into the new moon and Virgo energy now, so you may be really feeling it. There may be things that are coming up for you that you're thinking you need to sort of, put an end to, or things that it's asking you to start. So just bear that in mind. Truth is here. So, what do we need to know for this Thursday morning? What does the collective need to know for this daily spiritual guidance message? What do we need to know, please? Please and thank you. Truth here. Being truthful with yourself and what you want, clarity, being truthful about what it is you want here, and maybe that's been a bit clouded and a bit sort of like not sure, what is it I really want, and you're gaining a little bit of clarity here. Maybe if you come into this new moon, reconciliation is here, answers. Clarity and answers to me are kind of the same thing. When we get the clarity, we have the answers. Peace. Just this reconciliation card with the moon here. It's just sort of, it's something to do with this weekend, I find. Truth, clarity, reconciliation, answers, and peace. Life purpose. There's something here about, and underneath that is finding, which is pretty much something to do with, answers to finding out the truth. Truth's here. Something here where we may have been feeling a little bit sort of like unsure of the way forward, and are we doing the right thing or not, or I don't know what I want, maybe more is the more accurate thing to say here, feeling a little bit more confused about things. Two of Wands. Deciding on a way forward here. The world, the new beginning. Gaining the clarity, the new beginning. So I do sort of feel here for a lot of the collective or whoever resonates with this new moon energy is bringing in a new start here. Three of Pentacles. A new collaboration or a new way forward. Tower. So maybe, gaining perspective on something that was kind of that you have been doing here that kind of feels that Page of Swords that needed to be sort of cleared out of the way to allow you to align with this. Maybe it was an old job, maybe it was just an old way of doing something. And it's like that needed to be cleared out of the way here in order for me to step forward into this new energy. Page of Cups. Ten of Wands. Step forward and sort of Ace of Swords. Seeing what needs to be put down in order to allow you to move forward here. Strength card. Gaining the strength here to make this decision. Two of Cups. Seven. I was going to say Seven of Pentacles, but it's the Seven of Wands. Seeing what you need to block out here, not necessarily block out. Three of Swords, not necessarily block out, more put boundary in place here. You know, I feel something like about how people take up your time, and then it's like you don't have time for yourself. And it's kind of like it's put a sort of a bit of a cork in your sort of creative mindset and in the clarity that you need. You haven't been able, because it's kind of like dealing with other people's stuff and how they have taken up your time. You haven't been allowed your own mentality. You haven't given yourself the time to gain the clarity on where you need to go here. So there's something about, how you're going to set new boundaries here on how you should move forward. Ten of Swords. May have been something that has happened here that has sort of really kind of like, I want to say, the straw that broke a camel's back has really sort of went, right, enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. Things have to change here. Nine of Wands in reverse. Five of Wands. High Priestess. A lot of kind of gossiping and stuff going on here. There's been other people involved in this. There's been people that has had a lot of things to say, either about how you live your life or what you're doing or your relationships or something here. There's been people that's had a lot to say and has a lot of input. People have had input here who should never have had input. That's what it feels like. And you're now seeing how you give too much control to other people and the decisions you make, how you live your life, maybe who you have in your life. You've given too much control to others, and now you're seeing how it has sort of, they have betrayed you, but you've kind of betrayed yourself here by giving the power away. Ten of Pentacles. You're seeing these people's hidden agendas too. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups. This could be family members, giving family members too much control over your life. Let it be parents, siblings, I know, cousins, whatever, best friends, whatever. Okay. Whoever it is that you would seek counsel from, that, whenever you have went and asked advice for something, you've just taken what they have said to you and went, right, okay, and you've acted accordingly to what they say instead of listening to sort of the voice within of what you want. You've went with what these people have suggested or told you to do. Seems to be quite a lot of level of control here. There's definitely a clarity and a truth coming out here of seeing how you've been kind of directed this way and it's not. Knight of Cups. It's not what you've wanted. This could be a love situation or it could be a work situation. You take it how it resonates to you. There's something to do with something, starting to realize what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what is it I want, not what these other people want, not what, society thinks is right for me, what I feel is right for me. Eight of Swords. You may have felt trapped in your head here for a long time, of not knowing what was right or wrong here. Page of Pentacles. When I say not knowing what is right and wrong here, I mean the way forward, what's right for you here. Four of Pentacles. It may have caused you to hold back from some stuff and miss out. And I feel that this is what this kind of Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords is coming from here. It's like you now look back and you see what you could have had and how by listening to these people, it made you miss out on it. I feel a question here too. What is my life purpose? I feel that what is the point? That's it. I can get that really strongly coming through there now. What is the point? Queen of Swords here. Whoa, no, no. The devil wants to show its face. Just giving away too much power. Not having the appropriate boundaries in place here with people, or trusting that people have your best interests at heart and finding out they didn't. Any advice that these people had given you was for their own interest. Maybe you do have quite a high life purpose here. There's something here you're meant to do, and somewhere on a subconscious level, whoever these people are here knew that, and they didn't want you, or they don't want you to elevate to that level. So they've tried to keep you down. Maybe there was somebody here with this reconciliation card. There might have been somebody here that you were meant to connect with. And had you and this person connected, you would have risen higher. And it would have been then quite visible that you would have left these people behind. And they didn't want that. There's a reason here, there's a massive betrayal. Only you will know. If this resonates, you will know what I'm talking about. Judgments here. You will know exactly what I'm talking about. King of Pentacles. It feels like there's been a little bit of I don't know where it's this new moon energy coming into play now. It feels like there has been a real light bulb moment. And as I said at the start with this new moon in Virgo, as it's at 29 degrees and it's an ending, there's something here that has been going on for quite some time that you have not really. I think it's because it's kind of this feeling of just the hustle and bustle of everyday life. You haven't had the time to sit down and really think about something and see the truth about something and question why things happen or have happened the way they have. You haven't had it, and for some reason here, it seems to be like a light bulb moment. It suddenly comes on. Queen of Pentacles. Here's counterparts. The King and Queen of Pentacles are here together. Something has just clicked here. Something has come into play. Six of Cups. Somebody from the past. This is his reconciliation card. King and Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups is past life soulmate or someone from the past. Seven of Cups. Confusion. As I said, there may have been somebody in the past that you were meant to connect with. Take this as it resonates, flip it or twist it, whatever way it is for you. Okay. There was somebody in the past you were meant to connect with, or somebody in the past was meant to connect with you. Okay. And there was a little bit of chit chat going on, and they were persuaded not to connect with you, or you were persuaded not to connect with them. And this person, it feels like this group, this family, whatever connection this is, community, whatever that was involved here, made this sort of person confused or made you confused. Nine of Swords, put them in their head or put you in your head. Take it as it resonates. And it was like they didn't know. There was no truth and no clarity here. They didn't know what way to move forward. These people had a hidden agenda. This may be coming out this weekend. You may get some communication here this weekend, or you may, depending on how this is, okay? You've gained, because I said with the reconciliation card, it's funny how the moon's here. There's something coming to light here. The truth of people's intentions. Two of Swords. To purposely keep somebody blinded here and not seeing. Again, I go back to giving too much power to other people And listen, we've all been there. We've all taken things from people and thinking they have our best interests at heart. Those people could be sitting eating at our table, and we think, oh no, they have my back. They would never stick the knife in my back. And all, to find out here that maybe that's all they've ever done. Smile in your face and stick the knife in your back. And because they hold some sort of title in your life, that person would never do that. Only to find out that's exactly what's been going on. Somebody sitting here now thinking, who can I trust? Look what's going on here. Somebody's thinking, like, who can I trust? King of Swords. Somebody's now sort of going into a real kind of like, yeah, manipulate it. There could be a King of Swords here who feels manipulated, listening to what sort of others have told him that he should and shouldn't do, only to find out that like they've done nothing but put this person in the wrong direction the majority of their life here. Ace of Cups and the Lovers. All they did was move them away from their soulmate or their twin flame. Take it as it resonates. Their divine connection, anyway. Their life purpose. The person they were meant to be with. Finding out that they were deliberately misled. Let's get one of these. There's definitely a soulmate. Um, there's definitely a soulmate connection here, or a divine connection here. We have the Six of Cups and the Lovers, which are both soulmate twin flame cards. So somebody is now realizing either this is you or either somebody you were attached to is now realizing that they took advice here from the wrong people and it's cost them. Geez, there's a lot here. Awareness, intuition, fertility, authority, wisdom, third eye, and crown. Somebody's got a real like, fuck, what have I done? And this is this fertility and authority. That's the Empress and the Emperor. This is a divine connection. For anybody who's in any doubt, if you resonate with this and you know there was other people who were sort of like sticking their nose into things that they shouldn't have been, or saying things to your person, or if this is you and you were taking advice from people thinking they had your best interest at heart, only to find out they really didn't. They were thinking about themselves. I'm going to read the awareness card because this is really what's happening here. This card is one of the key reminders that you already possess all of the tools to guide and direct you in your life. Whether it's wisdom, intuition, psychic skill, creativity, self motivation, love, willpower, physical ability, or just pure courage, they're all part of you. Once you learn to tap into and use them, you'll be amazed by the power and the effect they can have. You have the ability to allow the universe to work in partnership with you. Together, you can manifest change, whatever the desire may be, and bring about a positive outcome. This card represents your ability to create your own reality. This is what's happened. Somebody here has let other people shape their reality. They haven't tuned into themselves. There's no intuition here. Somebody had no intuition. They just took the guidance of others and didn't trust themselves. This card is often drawn when you're ready to switch direction, start a new project, or change careers. Now is the time to use positive thought, visualizations, and affirmations as you veer away from negativity. This person is surrounded by negativity, or you're surrounded by negativity, and this is now what they're waking up to. Knowledge is power and can lead to success by having faith, keeping your willpower strong and directed, and by tapping into the tools that you possess, as well as calling on the magic from the universe. You can accomplish anything and everything you set out to do. This is typically the magician card. Somebody's manifesting here, and I feel that not only have they awoken to what has been going on or what sort of directions they've been pointed in, because the third eye and the crown, so they're very much getting downloads here. And somebody has been awoken here to what actually has been going on. And now I feel that either you're manifesting somebody back or somebody's manifesting you back. So I'm going to go to the extent with this. I'm going to take a look and see what we don't see coming, what the blockages are, and what the outcome is, and we'll get some angelic advice. So if you want to come along with me, the link will be below, and I'll see you over there.